Can I use my Garmin without the power cradle?
Hey, it's the 1st of February, not the best of boating, but it is time to start thinking about boating and make preparations for this June. We're hoping to go on the Erie Canal. Problem is, I can't power my GPS unless it's in the boat. This is the only cradle I have. And not only that, I have to put a battery in the boat, and it's kind of cold out here. The other thing is to update it. I need to be within Wi-Fi range. What I do in the spring or summer is I just pull up the boat on the trailer next to the garage and I get the Wi-Fi signal. So I'll have to show you what I do to power it without having a cradle. Here is my Garmin 95 SV Marine GPS. It's got a 9-inch screen and it's very nice and bright, and I'm pleased with the Garmin maps. It's really terrific. We have our Canadian and Great Lakes system on it, preloaded, and there's an additional little micro SD here. I've subscribed and got additional US coverage, and we used that in Florida last spring. If you look at the St. John's series, you can see that, and we've used it throughout Canada as well. The boat has got the cradle that mounts this thing and supplies the power. And there's no way to look at this without having power on it. It has no internal battery, and there is no way to update it unless you have power on and within range of Wi-Fi. So what I found is I needed to find out which pins supplied the power. And if you're looking at it from the back there, that's the top. The far left, minus and plus 12 volt DC. So all these other pins, they're 14 or 16 or so, they're for attaching your sonar transducer. If you had AIS, your identification system, if you had autopilot, if you had another display unit in tandem, that's what all those other pins are for. You don't need them. You just need for power, minus and plus here. Now, the question is, where do you get a connector for that? Well, I have boxes and bags of stuff. And one of my stuff things are these connectors from Temu, and they're different sets. I just bought them to have them in case I was doing lighting or something I wanted to connect or quickly disconnect. So we have here, we have some pins here. This is hard to focus, but believe me, there are 2 pins in there that are the exact same diameter and spacing as in the GPS. And then we have the corresponding socket. And so those will go right there. Those are a little chunky. We've got little latches and ears on the outside. Those have to come off, and there's a little nubbin on one side for locking in. It has to be shaved down. So this I had to shave down, and this is the result. This is one I shaved down a little bit on this width, and I shaved off any features on that width so that it fits. The other thing I needed was I have a pack rat. I save all sorts of stuff that those 12 volt accessory plugs are for your cigar lighter. So I grab one of these and then solder together. Now, the one thing I have to be careful of is, or take note of, is the positive in your car or vehicle. Your positive is here, your negative is here. So track your wires, note your wire colors when you connect them. And usually, like red, hey, make red hot and match them up. Okay. So the end result is this. This is all one wire here. We got this hooked up, and this is what I use. So I make sure the red goes to positive, and you have to be careful because they're in the in the cradle. they really, all these external features make sure you align straight on. With this, you're doing it freehand. You've got to really be careful to eyeball it. And don't bend those pins. Just get them in. And they're on. They're a good friction fit. So now I can plug this in. So I could take this out to the car or the truck, or if you had a cigarette lighter in another boat, well, you'd have to make a holder for this, but you could use this in that boat just for GPS. What I do in the house here is I have this AC to 12 volt adapter. It was from a refrigerator. I'm going to plug this in, and we'll see if it powers up. Garmin. So it's powering up. So this is all you need to do to be able to power this up and use it away from the cradle, which is permanently installed in the boat.